Our Walmart haul was just delivered. I'm going to go through everything and maybe you'll see the theme that I have for this week. We are looking to help our diets. We are planning a vacation soon, and right before you go on vacation, you always think about your weight and you're trying to be in a deficit because you're probably going to indulge on your vacation. So this week and the next that are to come are going to be a little bit more protein heavy, more vegetable based, and just all around trying to be a little healthier in our meals. My son and my husband are also on board with this, and so doing it as a family is super helpful. So let's get into what we bought, and then I'll get into the menu board. I will leave the total at the end of everything we spent, and if we made it on budget. My budget for the family is $150 per week. I tend to go high some weeks and then low sometimes when I do the purge the fridge and just kind of be creative. This week was a full-on haul, so let's get into it. All right, so starting here, our grass-fed ground beef, one package of that. Got plenty more eggs, 18. That's great protein for us. I got some cilantro and our typical cauliflower. This time I got one bag of rice and then 2 bags of La Florettes. And then I also picked up this. I've not seen this before, full green riced broccoli and cauliflower. I thought that sounded really good and a little more unique with the broccoli added. So that'll be great. Tricolor peppers. We've got plenty of avocados, but unfortunately none of them are ripe. We had such a hard time getting avocados last week, and now I'm all out, and now these are not ripe at all. So that's disappointing, but we'll just put them in a paper bag, help them get ripe. And then turkey breast, deli meat for the lunches, and then regular Jimmy Dean's sausage for our sausage scrambles. And then I have like a protein row here. I have all the items that we're gonna look forward to eating this week. A lot of chicken breast, boneless, skinless. I've got the chicken thighs with bone and skin on, and then chicken legs, chicken drumsticks. So got that, and then pink salmon, skin on fillets. This is the wild caught. These are frozen, so I gotta hurry up and get those back in the freezer. The 2-pound package, these are so great they're individually wrapped, and they're so great to just throw in your air fryer. I also got us the smoked Gravlax style salmon, smoked salmon. All right, and then back here, 2 ready-made salads to make lunches super easy. I got some deli pastrami, and I picked this up. Oh, sorry, this is corned beef. I picked this up because I want to make some Reuben bowls with the sliced Swiss cheese and sauerkraut. So I got that. Got some mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, and we're gonna make the mozzarella and tomatoes with these cherry tomatoes and the fresh basil in our garden. We love that all summer long, favorite salad. Bacon, because we're gonna wrap up our jalapenos from the garden, stuff them with cream cheese, once again, one of our other favorites. Along with the Swiss cheese, I got some sliced Colby Jack, and I got some sharp cheddar as the block to shred up ourselves. And let's see if I missed anything. Oh, a bag of shredded mozzarella. Okay, then just our normal staples for the fridge. We got our half and half, our heavy whipping cream. We needed butter, and then I got some Rotel, some minced garlic. My husband loves these sweet cherry peppers. He puts them in his ground beef hash. He puts them in his salads, loves them along with these. He likes these green stuffed manzanilla olives. I got some sugar-free Thousand Island for those Reubens. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a Reuben bowl or if I'm gonna do a casserole. I'm not sure yet, but that's for that. And then we need more mayo. We needed more sesame oil, ginger paste. I love the ginger in this little tube. It's so convenient. And then got us some more Kewpie mayo. I did get some bread flour. I've been making some sourdough bread, freeze it, and then just have one slice every now and then. So that's where the flour is needed. Been really getting into that. Napkins just needed, some freezer bags. And then I picked these up. These are the Premier Protein, 30 grams of protein in these. I hope I got the caramel. Where's the flavor listed? There it is, caramel. Yes, I like the caramel. Put that in a coffee. Make a nice iced coffee drink. Yum. All right, so that is our haul. Here's the total price on the screen for you, just to give you an idea. I'm a little disappointed, but then again, I remind myself, look at all the protein we bought. That's quite a bit. This is, pricey. And those drinks, those protein drinks, that 4-pack, they could be pricey. I think that's like almost $10. So all right, that is everything. I'm going to show you my menu board, the meals we have planned, and everything else we've got going on. So here's our menu board. Here's the meals we're planning for the week. I'm gonna grill up some pork steaks with asparagus. Also on the grill, we'll do some chicken legs and those chicken thighs. I'll do it sheet pan style with peppers and onions and any other vegetables I have. Zucchini zoodles, we'll do those in little strips and we'll make those with meatballs and some sort of lemon butter sauce. Tuscan chicken with those chicken breasts. I'll serve that in a crock pot with some sun-dried tomatoes and basil from our garden. Reuben bowls with the sauerkraut and the corned beef and the Swiss cheese. And we'll serve that up. And then salmon bowls, air fryer with a bag of cauliflower rice, one of those I have. And then salad bar leftovers for one of the other evenings. And then I do want to whip up these lunches and appetizers. I have some endive. I want to serve those up with mandarin oranges, and I have some blue cheese left to make a little dressing to go with that. Whipped feta with lemons to serve up with our cucumbers from our garden. The mozzarella salad with the mozzarella and the tomatoes and the basil. Keto bread, I'll use the psyllium husk that we have, and I'll try to make some healthier bread for this week. Quiche, probably the broccoli quiche I always make, or I'll make the sausage breakfast sandwiches, and then pesto from our garden basil. So that's what we are planning. And then some of the things I use, I use this board every week, and I actually got myself some new markers, so you'll see some new colors on my board in the future. These are so great. They have a magnet, so they stick on the fridge, and then they have this great eraser. I've been using these dry erase markers, but I just invested in more colors so I can just keep the little board inspired with some new colors. And then I always have my inventory. This is on a insert, a Laurel Denise planner. It has the days here. You could do your meal plan for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I use the back as the inventory and make sections for the fridge, pantry, and freezer, and then I have some meal ideas. And I have gone through from last week where we had so much produce and have kind of checked things off, and that helped me just plan the entire menu this week and just making sure I'm using up what we already have first and then using up the new stuff. So that's our plan. That's everything we have going on. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe so you can see those videos, and especially the one I'm working on, which will probably highlight a few of these as well as recipes I've made before that are low carb, high in protein. So I look forward to sharing that with you. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.